Greetings, fellow Lions. I am Rosemary Thursday Ortiz Honrado of the Capiz Lioness Lions Club in Rojas City, and we are happy to tell you about our hunger project for the District 301B1 under the leadership of District Governor Ramon Manojo, MJF. So we are serving hunger projects from the heart. For the Lion Year 2021 to 2022, our objective is to encourage more meaningful, relevant, and effective hunger projects. Among all the global goals, hunger is the project that is held the most, even more than vision projects. Therefore, it would be good if we really study our hunger projects if they are indeed serving the intended beneficiaries who really are the hungry around us, especially in this pandemic with all the granular lockdowns. Also, it would be nice if we include education programs when we conduct our hunger projects. You know, we don't want to just feed them for the day. We really want to help them learn how to feed themselves in the future. So if we're going to conduct financial literacy along with the feeding program, or if we can include diabetes education during the feeding program. Also, we want to create larger impacts through simultaneous implementation. This month is the birthday of our Lions Club's international president, Douglas Alexander, and he is encouraging all clubs all over the world to join him in serving the hungry during his birthday month. Also, in addition to that, in January 2022, this is the Hunger Awareness Month. So if we could also hold hunger projects then, this would really go a long way because when we do service together, the impact is greater. Lastly, our objective is to choose the best hunger project in our entire district so that this project will be considered as an example to other clubs that they can emulate. And this will create a ripple effect in more meaningful, more relevant, and more effective hunger projects. So just for a little background, zero hunger is the second global goal of the United Nations Millennial Goals. This is because all over the world, there are 135 millions suffering from hunger. And here in the Philippines, the families that have gone hungry have doubled. Before the pandemic, it was just 8%. Now, in May 2021, it became 16.8%. The Philippines is the fifth in East Asia and Pacific region with the most number of children that are undernourished. 30% or 3 out of 10 of our children are not properly fed. With this, they are not growing properly, and this is indicated with stunted growth. So what we have to do also when we want to have effective hunger projects is to also address this malnutrition among the children and the pregnant women as well. Malnutrition is due to a lack of essential vitamins and minerals. So my recommendation for all of us who want to hold hunger projects, please do prolonged supplemental feeding. Don't just do one-day feeding. If you can do it for a couple of weeks, better yet, a month, wherein we weigh the beneficiaries before we start the feeding and weigh the beneficiaries again after we finish the feeding, then we can really see if the difference in weight is significant. And that means we were really able to help with their nutrition in an effective way. Also, please try to partner with pharmaceuticals who can donate 1 month worth of vitamins and minerals and supplements for the children and the pregnant women. And let's try to hold simultaneous hunger projects, if not this October, then in January. So in our district, we have decided to award a cash prize of 10,000 pesos, sponsored by our beloved District Governor Monet Manojo, MJF, for the Best Hunger Project. And our plaque and certificate is sponsored by our first Vice District Governor, Roman Peñaranda Jr., and our shipping logistics is sponsored by our second Vice District Governor, Jason Tan. Other than the cash prize and the award for the top hunger project that will serve as an example to everyone and an inspiration to everyone, we are also encouraging more participation from other clubs in proposing their hunger projects. So the first 5 clubs to send in their proposal will be given 150 packs of manna rice, that is vitamin enriched manna rice, which is good for daily feeding of 100 persons for 15 days. So these Mana Pack Rice were sponsored by Mr. Jaime Altavas. Thank you very much. And sponsored by Angkas Contra Gutom on the Road versus Hunger and Goma Goes Angkas Contra Gutom. In order to win the Best Hunger Project, we would like to give this criteria. So you earn 10 points for having the most number of lions and Leos involved. Now, we know it's the pandemic, so try to space out the attendances by having a few lions present at a given time, since it's a prolonged feeding period, so they can be spread out in attendance. 10 points will be given to the partnerships that we will encourage in order to hold the prolonged feeding. It is encouraged that we partner with the LGU, the local barangay, the BHW, even have them be the one to cook the rice and the food that we provide in terms of ingredients. And then they be the ones to feed the beneficiaries as long as this is properly documented. Also, the number of beneficiaries that we have signed up, which has to be the same beneficiaries from the beginning to the end of the feeding, will also have 30 points. The results and the output, which is a positive increase in their weight when the feeding period is done, 30 points. And your method of monitoring, whether pictures, attendance sheets, sign-up sheets, that's 10 points. And lastly, the last 10 points goes to your listed project budget and expenses. We don't expect you to submit receipts. We just are encouraging this submission so that we are transparent and we are able to show how it's done, and other clubs who will want to emulate and follow suit can do so by seeing your report. So what we're trying to do is try to inspire other clubs to do well in their hunger projects. So this time, it's not just quantity that matters, but quality as well. So since it's the pandemic, please always observe IATF protocols all throughout the projects and encourage delivery or pickup options for the food within the barangay. Always have all participants wear masks and face shields and follow IATF guidelines, social distancing and all. And if possible, so to discourage face-to-face contact also, documentation through pictures can be sent through Messenger. So lastly, I'd just like to emphasize this whole project will only cost 17,000. And yet, if at least half of our district clubs will participate, that will only be a spending of 6 pesos and 80 cents per beneficiary. And yet, the ripple effect will be enormous.